First tonight, a developing story. The Trump administration has announced that it is freezing child care funds to Minnesota after a series of fraud schemes in recent years.
Acting Director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Jim O'Neill, announced on social media platform X that the step is in response to, quote, blatant fraud that appears to be rampant in Minnesota and across the country, unquote. The announcement comes after years of investigation that began with the $300 million scheme at the nonprofit Feeding Our Future, for which 57 defendants in Minnesota have been convicted. Governor Tim Walz has said that an audit due by late January should give a better picture of the extent of the fraud. He says his administration is taking aggressive action to prevent additional fraud.